What is start?
Hello, sir. I am Sushil. Our project is edge detection using wavelets. Next slide. Basically, edge detection is an image processing technique that aim at identifying points in a digital image at which the image brightness has discontinuities or rapid changes. So, what we are saying are edges are high frequency components of an image, and we want in a way to separate the high frequency components. There are many algorithms or edge detection filters based on derivatives. Some are based on the first derivative and some are based on zero crossing of the second derivative. Sobel and Privet and also Canny all depend on derivatives of the images. Marrett and Zhang in their paper proposed a direct wavelet transform, direct wavelet and a corresponding wavelet transform to find the edges. They constructed the wavelet transform based on quadratic spleen wavelet, which approximates the first derivative of the Gaussian. This is in fact very close to Canny edge detection filter. They formed an edge map at each subband of DWT and combined them from different scales. Our project is based on Zhang's and Bao's paper, Edge Detection by Scale Multiplication in Wavelet Domain. In this project, we use a scale multiplication based edge detection scheme. Two DWT subbands are multiplied as a product function, and edges are determined based on this product function. Next slide. So the overview of the dyadic transform is already discussed in our initial submission. Next slide. The 2D wavelet transform is also discussed there. Basically, the 2D wavelet transform has two wavelets for rows and the columns of the images. Here we are using hair wavelet for both of them. Next slide. Scale multiplication. So the scale product function is defined as a correlation of two adjacent DWT scales. So the equation is visible there. So basically we are multiplying the subbands at two different scales, 2 power j and 2 power j plus 1. The key thing with this scale multiplication is that the peaks due to the edges tend to propagate across scales so that the product function will enhance the edge structures. And also directly multiplying DWT at adjacent scales will dilute the noise. Next slide. So consider G as our image. We can see there's an edge and W1 of G, which is the wavelet transform at scale 1, at scale 2 power 1, captures that edge as an inverted delta function. And even at J, increasing J as 2 or 3, we can see it is transmitted across scales. Consider the figure B. Here we have white Gaussian noise. In this, we can see as J value increases across scales, the noise suppresses. So multiplying two adjacent scales will suppress the noise even more. And also multiplying two adjacent scales will also increase our edge information. This is the key thing we will use here. Next slide. So this is the general wavelet filter decomposition picture which we are using. Here G of n represents a low pass filter and H of n represents a high pass filter. We are using Haar wavelet as our mother wavelet. Mother wavelet. And here we can see that low LL means it is applying low pass filter on across columns and across rows. LH signifies low pass across rows and high pass across columns and so on. Harsha will continue from here.
Now we'll be discussing about the algorithm which will be implemented in this paper. So for an image, we'll first calculate the subbands LL, LH, HL, and HH I discussed in the previous slide using wavelet decomposition. So if the original dimensions of the image are n cross n, then each of these subbands will have a dimension of n by 2 plus n by 2. And the subbands LH, HL, and HH contain or required edge information as they are the high frequency components. But the LL subband is nothing but a smaller blurred version of the original image. So if we can observe the before thresholding outputs here. So we have four subbands mentioned here: LL, LH, HL, and HH. If you can see clearly, the edge information is present only in the LH, HL, and HH. LL is nothing but just a smaller blurred version of original image. So in the next step, what we'll be doing is wavelet decomposition is now performed for the remaining three subbands other than LL for three next levels. And now we'll be using thresholding also. What we mean by thresholding is we'll fix a threshold value initially, and for all the intensity levels above the threshold value, we'll be assigning a value of 1. And for all the intensity value below the threshold, we'll be assigning a 0. So this is the input image we'll be using in our code. And we have also added a Gaussian noise to get the outputs. So before thresholding, at level 1, these are the initial subbands. After thresholding, the image will become like black and white because we are changing the intensity according to the threshold. Now we will repeat the above step 2 till we reach m by 16 cross m by 16. By this, what we mean is in step 2 we have we have used the wavelet decomposition to get the subbands of size m by 2 cross m by 2, right? Now we'll continue with the same step till we reach m by 16 cross m by 16 level. We'll understand this better once we see the block diagram in the next slide. Now what we'll do is we'll be doing scale multiplication as discussed in the previous slides. So for doing scale multiplication, we have to combine the LH, HL, and HH in the final stage. To do this, what we'll be doing is we'll upscale the three images and then multiply them with the previous level images. And we'll continue this step till we reach the first level, that is m cross n. After reaching the first step, now we will compute the magnitude of LH, HL, and HH, which is our required edge detected image. I'll just show you the block diagram of what we have discussed till now. So we have the input image here. We'll be using wavelet decomposition to get 4 different subbands: LL, LH, HL, and HH. This is the level 1. Now we'll take the LL and we'll further repeat the same step to get again 4 different subbands. That is level 2. We'll repeat the same procedure for 2 more levels to reach till level 4. And the dimensionality in the fourth level is m by 16 cross m by 16. And we'll do in each level we'll do one more thing. We'll just threshold the remaining 3 subbands. So in level 1 we'll threshold these 3 subbands. In level 2 we'll threshold these 3 subbands. In level 3 we'll threshold these 3 subbands. And so on. Now in the final level, after obtaining LH, HL, and HS and then thresholding them, we'll just upsample them and multiply with the corresponding subbands in the previous stage. So that's what I'm representing here. We'll just upsample it and then multiply it. We are doing upsampling to match the dimensionality. And now we'll proceed with the same step till we reach level 1. That is, again we'll upsample and multiply, and then we'll upsample and multiply, and then we'll do that till we reach level 1. In the final stage, we'll be computing magnitude. Here by multiplying and adding, what I mean is we'll just square the subbands and then we'll just add them and then take a square root. That is the output image. Now I'll just run you through the code which we have written for getting the outputs. So is the code visible to you?
Yeah. The code is visible.
So we'll be using Haar wavelet and Gaussian noise. So this generate noise function generates noise by taking the input, and we are using Gaussian noise only. So if we provide the input as noise underscore Gaussian, it will just add a Gaussian noise. Now I have written 2 more functions for writing downsampling and upsampling. These functions will just compute downsampling and upsampling. Then we are implementing the Haar wavelet filter using these 4 functions. In the wavelet decomposition, there are 2 steps, right? So we will be performing those 2 steps using this Haar wavelet filter. And then this is the part where we will be performing LL, LH, HL, and HH. Yeah, we'll be using the previously written functions to do this. And no pipeline. This is the main function in our code. I mean, this function will be calling all the remaining functions to perform. So we are also printing the before threshold and after threshold in every stage, so that user will understand what exactly is changing between before threshold and after threshold in each stage. So basically, this pipeline function will perform all the things which we have discussed in the block diagram. Yeah, in the final step, what we'll be doing is we'll just multiply all the sublines, and then we'll just add them, and then we'll get a square root. We'll then return it. These two are the print functions for printing the outputs. And so this is our master function, which will be this is where we'll be giving our arguments for image, etc. Yeah. For now, we are only using Gaussian noise and hard wavelet filter. We can also use this for other kind of wavelets and other kind of like salt or noise, etc. So we have not done that, but it can be done for. Sushil will take over from here and share the arguments.
Can you go to the slides? So as Harsha told, we use hard wavelet for the as our wavelet transform for the wavelet decomposition. We also added white Gaussian noise to the image and performed the edge detection over it. Finally, we compared our results with the popular image derivative based edge detectors. Next slide. So this is our original image, and this is our noise added or noisy image. Yeah. Next slide. So this is our output for the original image and the noise image. Here we can observe the edges are captured very well, even with the noise, without the noise. That's it. Okay. Now we'll compare this with the other derivative-based filters. We can observe that these filters haven't captured the edges properly. As we can see, there are parts other than edges visible here. We can see the cap, like the cap is visible in the Sobel and Privet. Robert filter missed some edges. Can you go back? Here we can see we only captured the edges of the objects, not the objects themselves. Yeah. Next slide. So this is another example. This is our original picture and noise image. And this is the output using the wavelet transform. Similarly, we have kept another example here. And this is our output. Yeah. Thank you for
Editing of the recording.